It's your boy Shmrak right now, you know what I'm saying? I need everybody to stop what the fuck they doing and check out, you know what I'm saying, Bar Critics every Saturday from 4 to 6. If you into real hip-hop, you need to tune the fuck in, because we keeping the motherfucking culture alive, you heard? Bar Critics every fucking Saturday from 4 to 6. Holla at your fucking boy.
Mr. Swag, yeah, I see that.
Oh yeah, you see the joint, and you know, in the interview, you know, Swag was talking about how you know, how he felt about the UFF and everything. You know, basically saying that he kind of like didn't you know, feel how it was set up or whatever the case may be. I know.
No, I want to touch on that. Like, my whole thing is, I see that part, and what confused me was you said you've never seen it, but you ain't like the way it was set up. Like, that's like me saying I don't like that shit, but I've never seen it. Like, I don't get that. You know, no disrespect to that, but if you ain't seen it, then you know what I mean? Like, how can you form an opinion on something? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel in that sense. Like, you know, first of all, it is uncut. You know what I'm saying? We do release an uncut version of it. And secondly, you know, Real Deal ain't winning. It was Ill Will. And to that point, Ill Will has been a main event against B Magic. He's about to be another one of those main events. So, like, how did it help his career, to be honest with you? So there was a lot of things that were easily rebuttable, you know, that were easy to rebuttal. So, you know, really, really good dude. I just feel like when you make a general statement like that, you kind of gotta, like, you know, do your research before you do that, you know. And I was like, bro, how can you say you don't like the way it's set up, and you ain't never seen it though? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of odd to me. You feel me? No, that's weird. At least, I mean, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel what you're saying. Like, the way I looked at it is like, I guess he went off of things that he heard other people talk about it. Like, that's the way I took it, and he just felt that Bow Wow wasn't like the correct person to actually represent the culture on the platform that it has now been raised to. That's kind of how I took what he was saying.
I mean, first and foremost, I gotta shout out Bow Wow for being the first to step to the forefront of it. To be honest with you, like, you can say Bow Wow might not be the representation for you or whatever, but who's to say he doesn't represent hip hop? You know what I'm saying? How Bow Wow grew up around hip hop. I mean, he's been around Snoop, he's been around a lot of people, he's put out albums. He doesn't have to support. I mean, if you do your research, Bow Wow's been fucking with battle rap since Fight Club. You know what I mean? So, like, Bow Wow has actually been around the culture and has been an avid fan about it. So, for people to say that doesn't make sense to me, and I commend Bow Wow for stepping in the forefront and saying, hey, I'm gonna put this out there, because, you know, when Bow Wow did that, you kind of see everybody kind of follow suit. Now everybody wants to do what Bow Wow did, so you gotta respect Bow Wow for even putting himself in that situation. So, I mean, you know, him not feeling that Bow Wow represents the culture, you know, that's his opinion, he's entitled to it, and I got a lot of respect for Ray, and you know, he's a hard. No, he's a worker. I mean, he's a hard worker. He does what he does.
No doubt.
But, you know, like, I never had an issue with Bow Wow doing it. Like, if anything, I'm honored if Bow Wow would come out and just say, hey, man, I want to help this culture. I got a name, you know, and he was really the first one to really come out and say, yo, I'm going to do this. So, shout out to Bow Wow on that. And like I said, I love the UFF. The fans love season 2. It's been a hit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is when it comes to that. Like, you know, shout out to Ray.
No doubt. No, I feel where you coming from.
I don't understand how you did.
My bad for cutting you off, but no, I kind of feel what you're saying right now. And I mean, if I'm interpreting you right, it's like, you know, Bow Wow, at least he put the first foot forward to try to bring the you know, the culture to a higher platform, or expedite the process of bringing it to a higher platform, though. And he should be commended for that, though. I definitely agree with that, though.
I mean, let's be honest, like, and when people don't realize this, Bow Wow came to the forefront, he made it happen, and he allowed us to do what we wanted to do with the situation. He didn't dumb it down.
True.
when we came to the situation, basically, we was gonna do what we do. If you watch this season, it's not as animated as it usually is. It was talking that street shit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have to edit because it is live TV, but we also were allowed to put out the footage on it. There's a lot of things that Val and what we did made sense. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people to form their opinions on it. It's cool, you can have your opinion, but, you know, if you've never seen something like that, doesn't make sense to me to form an opinion on it. I'm not going to form an opinion on something, and if I didn't see it, then it looks like you're throwing shade. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to really speaking how you feel, to be honest with you.
No, I feel that, though. I fucks with you on that for sure, though. Let me ask you now. He made up a point about, like judging the battles or whatever the case may be, and I kind of agree with him on not judging battles. I know a lot of people that don't, but I know there is value in judging battles as well. So I've heard rumors of you trying to formulate some type of judging system. You know what I mean? Has that been completed? Like a judging system?
And I'm definitely going to instill it. I mean, I love the NBA. I love the NFL. I love boxing. I love sports. Why? Because the best man wins. And I feel as if you're a competitor, you want to see a winner or lose at the end. But if you're scared of competition, I feel like you're going to be like, nah, I don't want each other because you don't want to admit that you won or lost. And people say, oh, well, at least there's points and this and that. Bro, like, when you watch boxing, it's really a matter of opinion per round. You know what I'm saying? And that's similar to what battle rap is. So that's kind of why I want to instill that. And, you know, it protects the integrity of the culture. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of these guys that are getting checked and not showing up. Why? Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose. So I don't care. I'm getting a check. I'm going to perform half-ass and not care about it. But if you got to wear that L in the URL where it counts, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to take that. If you don't want to take it out, why do so? Why be competitive if it's not for a win or a loss? You know what I'm saying? Why not show the essence of hip-hop? It's competition. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of these artists are scared to admit a loss. Remember, if you lose, you lose. You know what I'm saying? You get better from that loss. But I think for the fan, and you know, like Ray said something like, you know, you want the fans, you know, you want to do things for the fans, and it's better for the fans because you're going to get a better product from the fans. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't bring you're not going to bring a bullshit third round. Because you know, if you take off that third round, you might lose this battle. Right.
And then after you lose, like, are you going to have different purses for the winner and the loser? Like the winner gets, you know, let's say 10K and the loser gets, you know, 3K or something like that?
See, my whole thing is this. When it comes to that, some people might not want to do that. So, in that instance, I don't really care in that aspect. But a win or loss, I do care about, because obviously, if you go on a 20-game winning streak, right, your value is obviously going to be a lot higher than somebody that has a 20-game losing streak. You know what I'm saying? So, in that essence, like, you got your Floyd Mayweathers and you got your Mike Johnsons. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to beat Floyd. Like, Charlie Clips will probably beat Floyd right now. Or Holler will beat Floyd. Yeah. So you're not going to pay the same thing you're going to pay Floyd than you're going to pay Mike Johnston. So, in that sense, like, honestly, like, I'd rather just pay what we don't pay and then fight for this championship. You know what I'm saying? Fight who's the best. You know what I mean? In terms of putting up money, I don't think a lot of guys will agree to that. But to be honest with you, the majority of guys I spoke to, they with it. Like, I spoke to a lot of vets, they were with it. I spoke to John the time. He said he's with it. I spoke to B Magic, he said he'd do it. I spoke to Ill Will, he said he'd do it. I spoke to Cortez, he said he'd do it. A lot of people that was like, yo, why not? Like, I'm not scared to take a loss. And those are the people I want to invest in. Those are the people that I feel like represent the culture the best. When you sit back and say, I don't want to judge, what's the real reason? You know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you a question then. How do you think like judging battles would affect like the debate groups and stuff like that, the bloggers and the people that debate and go back and forth about who won, who didn't win, you know what I mean, who didn't win, whatever the case may be. How do you think that would affect them? Because that's almost a business right now, being a blogger and debating these battles.
Let me ask you a question. How did it affect Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Johnston fight? People, even though they give the decision of Floyd, all the people still arguing about that. You You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
still not
it ain't nothing to argue about before he won.
Due to the fact that Maidana lost, does it affect Maidana? That he lost in a negative way? No, they helped him out. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I don't care if bloggers, you know, like, what they say, they're going to have their opinions whether we have a justice system or not. You know what I'm saying? Christian bias is still going to be a formidable a person to listen to. You are going to be a formidable person to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's not going to change us and they're still going to talk about it. Just because somebody gets a loss or a win, it's still going to be debated. A lot of people thought Maidana won the fight. I didn't, but it's still being debated. People want to see it. Like, oh, shit. So in my opinion, like, is it going to be less debatable because somebody got a win or loss? No. I think in terms of competition, though, it will make these guys more competitive instead of them coming and pick up a check and leave. Because a lot of these guys just pick up a check and be like this. But like I said, that's only for the URL because that's where it counts. And that's what I want to do. You guys want to have exhibition games everywhere, I don't care.
So let me ask you
a question. I personally want to sell that.
When are you guys going to actually begin to implement this judging system? Because I'm interested in seeing how you do it. You feel me?
Well, actually, June 8th, the PGs, every PG battle will be judged on June 8th. Like, I already got most of the guys. Hold on, one second, hold on. I got June 8th, the PGs are actually going to be judged. And, you know, I'm going to instill it from the ground up because that's what you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? You have to instill it from the ground up. And I'm going to make this shit exciting. I want it to be exciting. I spoke to John Don. He said he wanted the Reed battle judge. Reed kind of wasn't with it. I was like, cool. John said he'd do it. Cortez told me he'd battle Danny Myers, judge. Adi Boone told me he'd battle whoever, judge. So at the end of the day, it's basically instilling it and then letting it ride out. You know what I'm saying? And I believe 99% of these guys are really competitors, so I think they will agree to it. So I'm actually going to instill it June 8th at that PG event, and I'm going to have, it's probably going to be 3 judges like boxing, and each round is going to be judged separately.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Where you going to get your judges from? Like, how do you pick judges?
Well, I'm going to figure that out. You know what I mean? I'm going to interview 6, 7 people, and
now rocking with the Bar Critic Show on Non-Fiction Radio. Gotta love it. Yeah. You now rocking with the best. You know it's way better than the rest. Repeat that and say it with your chest. Broadway, you know I got the crazy flow. And I brought the bars to the Bar Critic Show on Non-Fiction Radio. You gotta love it. How we going straight to the top, nothing above it. I'm a monster, so of course shout out the monster. Every track I hop on, yeah, I go bonkers.